Ladies and gentlemen, Patriot, truth seekers, digital warriors, welcome back to the show. This is the Baraka Show, coming to you live from Greater Manchester, United Kingdom. I mean, this is the second time doing this live stream today. I mean, what's going on with the broadcast? What's happening? The mixer's not working. Somehow the microphone stopped working. What's happening? But hey, regardless of all the machines, the technocrack machines not working, we still need to deliver their stories to you. We still need to be strong. So if you're joining us again, share this live broadcast everywhere. Before we get started, man, I did a good intro at the start. I don't want to redo it again, but yeah, let's get started. Thank you so much.
So then I was born in a refugee camp in Tanzania. At the time, there's so many people ran there. A lot of people were going there, real refugees, after being butchered from the civil war that erupted in Congo. My parents applied for asylum to all the countries. They waited. Now, then I was born in that camp, the same camp. I'm talking tents. I was born there. Now, we're waiting for 14 years. We were waiting. Now, of course, these guys could choose to wait as well, but these guys hijacked that and they come in the country illegally. Now, the media will brand you guys racist, far right, the worst people here, the worst group here. How come the good group didn't invite me to go speak over there? So I call this the greatest awakening because all the way from over there, there's hundreds of people turning up. It's a Saturday, for God's sake. They could easily go around and watch football and have fun, go on a date, do all the lovely stuff they could do. But instead, they want to stand here, rain or not. They're ready to send the message. And I believe the message will be received today. Thank you so much.
For anybody in the back who struggled to hear this young man's story, one incredible, brave young man.
Oh yes, I do.
British Christian values, regardless of his own beliefs. Let's hear it for Baraka.
Thank you. So then,
Oh God, we're back on live again. They tried to take us down on YouTube for 9 months. They kept us. They put us on the list, but we fought them for 9 months and we won. And that's why the channel still remains. And I'm gonna keep talking about that all the time because that's a story, that's a battle you and I fought and won. We came out victorious. Now I'm about to break these stories here because I believe these stories are important. I think these stories should not be reported by just one outlet and get maybe 200 views. No, I think these stories should be reported by every single person who calls themselves journalists in the country. And that's why they're going to be a theme that's going to remain on the channel. Even though we get a lot of slack on this, even though the channel doesn't get big, we don't get pushed for making these videos. They're not videos that get a lot of views, but I believe these videos are important because they affect a lot of people's lives. So what are we going to cover today? We're going to cover a lot of stuff. Not too many because I think we've lost like 40 minutes. We meant to start this live at 7 o'clock because everything broke down. We had to start again. So we're starting again. I don't even think I have 1 hour in me right now. But I'm going to try to squeeze as many stories as possible. So let's get started with everything. So if you're new to the channel again, share it to a friend, share it to an uncle, share it to a friend, share it to every single person. Tell them to come and join us because we're going to send a powerful broadcast signal to the enemy and they won't like it. Now, so first story, let's cover the first story. But first, oh God. So which one are we covering first? So we got these stories First one is we're gonna cover a guy who walked into another man. This literally, I was there in Glasgow. I traveled across the country to go to Glasgow to cover what was going on in Glasgow, because I believe it's important as well. We need to talk about what, not just in London, but it's happening across the country, and we all need to be able to we need to invest the time and travel across the country to report what's going on, because the mainstream media that we should rely to do that, they choose not to, and when they do, they have a different title and different narrative for it. So I went to Glasgow last week Saturday to cover the protests, and I want to report this video here because this happened while I was there. I mean, we had the right wing, the right wing protest, and we had the Antifa, stand up to racism type of guys, anti-racism, fascists, anti-fascists, and all these people, the left, those guys were there. So there was like a banner where the people on the right was here and the people on the left were here, and you couldn't cross that barrier due to, police made that barrier because of apparently safety and stuff, and it makes sense why they did that. After, if you see the video I'm going to show you today, it makes sense why the police did that, because here's a guy from the left is seeing another guy, on the right with a Union Jack flag and the Scottish flag, which I was really happy that somebody came to the crowd and gave me this flag. I'm gonna show you right now. It's literally in the studio now. It's just mounted in the studio. Let me quickly show you this flag. Let's see if we can get this flag working. Give me a second. If we can get this second camera working. Can we get this camera working? Can it? Seems like everything's not working here. We have like 3 cameras and only one is working. 2 seconds, guys. God, we're gonna fuck everything up again. Okay, cool. All right, perfect. So this camera is working. So the flag is over on this side. So once this camera gets connected, I believe it will be connected automatically. But once this camera gets connected, you'll be able to see that flag. So this guy came to give me a big flag, and he was carrying one flag with him, Union Jack, and all these good flags, right? Lovely flags. And a guy from the left just came to him and literally headbutt him for no reason. Like, for no reason, for just carrying the flag. That's how agitated they are. That's how angry for some reason. Like, why are you so angry, bro? Like, people are here to protest. We're here to peacefully protest, demonstrate. Some people are here, they're bringing their kids. Some people are bringing their wife. People in the wheelchair. We don't need no violence. All right, you want to dance? Okay, dance. You want to shout? Shout. But hey, can you keep your hands to yourself? Or maybe keep your head to yourself. Stop headbutting people. So here's a video I want you to watch. The guys from the left just instantly just came around and headbutt the person on the right. And for some reason, I was like, yo, what the heck is going on here? Like, is this what Glasgow is all about? So here's a video I want you to watch. Cut 1.
Are you ugly? Where's your children?
Actually,
where's your wife?
Wrong cut. Headbutt. So cut 3, sorry. So right now you're seeing, he's not in the scene right now. Just seeing him in the Union Jack and the Scottish flag. See this guy in the blue? Right now he's playing. For no freaking reason. No reason at all. The guy just came out of nowhere. They just went and headbutt somebody. For no freaking reason. Like, no reason at all. These guys, oh, there he is. Finally, the camera's connected. Can you see this big, huge flag? It's touching the ground. It's up there. I couldn't find. Like, I try bring, this tripod thing. I'm trying to make it long. The flag is just too big. It's like big, huge. But anyways, let's get back to the story. So this guy just walked into somebody and headbutt them for no freaking reason. That's what Glasgow, that's what the people on the left are about. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. But yeah, this is how violent the people on the left are. And I wanted to go and interview those guys, which I did. It was really hard to interview those guys because they are so like angry and violent for no freaking reason. And as soon as approach them with a camera, it's like they get even violent. They want to like strip out your microphone, pull your camera, and do all the things that they can do. But thank God we didn't get that. You know, we didn't receive that kind of treatment when we were there. But we've seen a lot of violent, not a lot, but a lot of aggressiveness towards people on the right for no good reason at all as well. Now, so I went to Glasgow. That's, you know, I just played you a video of that happening. And then I happened to go inside, you know, I happened to go and interview one of the leader who was one of the leaders. I don't think he was the main leader, but he was one of the guys because he was helping out, setting up stuff, doing the banners. And while the barriers were in place, the police had the barriers to make sure the people on the left stay on this side, to make sure the people on the right stay on this side. I just played you a video of a guy walking into a guy carrying a Union Jack and headbutting them for no freaking good reason. Now, some guy, while the barriers were in place, this guy, he went around the barriers to come on the people on the right side to fight them. Maybe because the people on the right was getting too loud and they were overpowering the left. And the guy maybe got angry and he thought, why they're getting too loud? You see? Maybe he's making too much sense. Yeah, I'm getting angry. And he went around to go to fight. And thank God they didn't really, you know, nothing really happened. They just, you know, it turned into just a verbal altercation, and that's it. Now, here's the video I want you to watch. And I tried to interview the guy who came around to fight. And of course, he didn't want to be interviewed. But I did interview the guy who he was coming to square up with. And I'm going to show you that clip as well. So here's the video that I want you to watch of him, the people on the left, the guy on the left coming on the right side to try fight. Turned out to be just a verbal conversation, like violent verbal conversation. All right. Here's the video. All right, there we are. Wait, is it like, why is nothing working today? Like, nothing is working. What the fuck? Sorry, guys. I am actually frustrated. It takes a lot of time to schedule these live and like do a lot of research, have all the clips ready. And when you're about to do it and there's just last minute, nothing is working. You're like, what's going on here today? Like, what's happening? Like, I'm in shock because this live stream was meant to be done at 7 o'clock. We should have been done by now, but obviously we're not because this live stream somehow just doesn't want to work. Doesn't want to work, I guess. But let me find this video for you guys. I think this video is important. I want you guys to watch it as well because it makes sense. It makes sense to what I'm trying to tell you here. If I can find it, first of all. There he is. All right, cool. Now, all right, there he is. So switch the camera.
Left-wing extremist, typical left-wing extremist. We're meant to be the far right, and you are extremists, not us, man. You must be an extremist. I'm not sitting staring at me like you're a hard pal. I must be an idiot, aye.
Like a 2'4" hard man.
This is Scotland! This is Scotland! Protecting your kids, what are you protecting? It's a Scottish issue, it's a British issue. Are you protecting your kids? 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 Where's your kids? That's alright. You're for yourself. You're cracked in your heat. You're cracked in your heat. What's the difference between crack and drink? The difference is drink's legal, crack's legal. You're cracked in your heat, though. I've one beer on me. I've one beer. You're on crack. You're on crack. I'm crack. I'm on crack. Or smack, sorry. Or heroin.
So everybody tries to smack it. No, but who's sorry your friends and shout at everybody with your Union Jacks that going? Go away, mate. Go away, mate.
Hey, boss.
Right, you've got a smell of drink after you, and you're down here shouting. You're down here shouting at people. You've got a smell of drink. It doesn't matter, I can go where I want. I can go where I want.
You didn't have to come over.
You know where I can go. I can go where I want. Where I want. Where I want. No can will stop me. No can will stop me, mate. Whatever kind of lad you're from.
I love you too, brother. I love you too. Peace here.
Fuck off and off.
I followed him to go and interview him to try ask him, hey, why did you leave your group? Like, you are on the anti-fascist, anti-racism, left wing, counter-protest. That's your group. That's what you came to represent. Why did you jump the barriers and try to come and fight on this side? And of course, he didn't want to talk, or he just thought he was in the wrong and he just walked away. Cool. Now, then I went to interview the guy who he was trying to fight, and he was kind enough to give me a little word. So here's the video I want you to watch. Hopefully this one works. I have all these videos lined up, so many videos, but somehow when I load them up, it just doesn't work. So let's give it a try. Cut 5.
Hey, boss. Quick question.
It was why you come approaching me aggressively. That's why.
Quick question, boss. Quick question.
Sorry, buddy, thank you.
So what was that all about? I mean,
He just disagrees. It's typical left-wing extremists. When they disagree with the far right, supposedly. We're not far right, we're just right, brother. We're just right.
Right.
But look, these are the aggressors. Look, none of us got face masks on. None of us are hiding our identity.
why do you think they're hiding their face? Why do you think?
It's women and children, bro. Nothing about colour, nothing about race. It's about entering the country illegally. Illegally, undocumented fighting-age males invading our country. That's what it's about.
Okay.
The amount of immigrants, don't put my face on camera.
All right.
The amount of immigrants are in this country, right, it's coming illegal. They're raping women and children, it's not right.
It's not right.
There you go.
Hey, boss.
These guys are so violent. I don't know why the microphone keep going off and on. These guys are so violent that they always want to hurt the other person. I don't get why. Because if they're there to protest, they should know that, hey, if they're there to counter-protest, I might add, they should know that, oh, we're here to counter-protest. That means something is taking place. That means there'll be another guy who will be... That means there's another group that has different view and different belief than ours. So if we gotta go turn up, we have to be able to go and peacefully show what we believe and what we think, and that's it. But no, these guys always want to like come at the place and just hijack the whole thing and just win and just dominate. But that's not happening anymore because a lot of people are waking up. A lot of people are turning up in the street and protesting, and a lot of people are winning. The Patriots are winning the streets, so they hate it. So the only thing they could do is turn into violent individuals, which that's what we're seeing a lot, and it's sad to see because we should get back on peaceful side because that's the only way we unite together. But yeah, that's them. That's what they do. I guess this is what they do best. This is what they do best. This guy just quickly goes and headbutts somebody. That's insane. That's insane. Now, given the time that we started this broadcast, I only have I would say a good 30 minutes. So, some stories take me 40 minutes to deliver to you guys, but I can't do that today. So, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to go quick with it. I'm going to have to be so quick that you're going to have to rewatch this story again, this stream again. So, let's move into the next story. So, I just report to you that how far the left have gone to the point where now they don't even want to talk anymore. I've just reported to you that if they see you with a flag, they would want to come and headbutt you. I just report that to you. So now I want to report this other story. This other story that they're trying to keep so close, they're trying to hide it. They don't want you to know that this is what's taking place in your street, in your house, in your towns and cities and in your country. Because here's what's happening. You probably didn't know this. This has not been reported by anybody else apart from people on Twitter, because there's always some guy with a camera recording everything. And that's good. The fact that people are they're utilizing their phone, their cameras on their phone to report stuff that the mainstream media with a big budget would not do. Now, a video that came out, I think yesterday or maybe a couple hours ago, of the migrants in a hotel in Epping, sorry, not Epping, BRITANNIA Hotel, Canary Wharf, were being moved. Moved where? We're going to get into that. But first, I want to show you proof. Then I want to read you an article. No, it's not really an article. It's something that my team and I, after the research, we got together. So I'm going to read it out to you. And then I'm going to show you a picture, a video of Keir Starmer telling us where these people will go. The reason why he told us, because he was under pressure and he didn't have time to script it up. He didn't have time to lie, because that girl who was asking him questions, she was pressuring him, and he happened to tell us the truth. Well, he didn't really tell us the truth. He happened to mention what he would do next, and now they are trying to do it without us knowing, and that's why the migrants are being moved from BRITANNIA Hotel. And I want to tell you where they're going to go next. And I'm not going to tell you myself. I'm just going to play you the video of Keir Starmer. But first, here's the proof of them being moved from BRITANNIA Hotel. Here's cut one.
Are you ugly?
Where's your children? Where's your wife?
You fucking
Chicken! You're chicken!
You bunch of mugs.
Send them back! Send them back! Yeah, every single one of them have got a phone.
Bunch of mugs. Dirty
Is it
people.
time for the boat home?
And the security are partly to protect them. Dirty mugs. Get the fuck out of here, you dirty mugs. Stinky mugs. Look at them, all of them. More dirty mugs. Boo! You dirty mugs. Look at you, you fucking nose.
Look at them!
Bunch of mugs. Are you ugly?
As you can see, that these guys are being moved. You can tell the bus came, they got in, they were hoping they could do it without anybody knowing or anybody recording. But obviously the Patriots are out there, the people are out there, their phones are active, and they're utilizing the camera to report and show evidence of what Keir Starmer does not want you to see. So now this is, so you might be asking, Barack, where do you think they're going? Are they going back home? Are they going back to France? What are they going? So let me quickly just read, this article real quick. So a coach of Migrant recently dispatched from BRITANNIA Hotel reportedly relocated to house in multiple occupancy, that's HMOs. This marks a phase in what appears to be a rolling transfer operation, with new arrival expected to be imminently in that hotel. So basically they're going to remove these guys from that place and they're going to bring other guys. So the hotel is not fully yet yours, but soon. Keep putting pressure. So this Operation Scatter is not an official operation. The reason why people are calling it Operation Scatter is they're referring it in connection with the coordination movement of asylum seekers from hotels to more dispersed housing arrangements. The term suggests a strategic shift from centralized hotel accommodation to community-based placements, likely to reduce visibility and public backlash. So obviously, I think that explains itself. They're putting them next to a house, next to normal streets and towns, so you won't know where they are, because you'll be like, oh, he's just moved here, it's fine. Oh, he just moved there, it's fine. He just came from London, he just moved there. So you won't suspect anything. But if they had them on one hotel, which is, let's say like Epping Hotel, can house 132 people, you know where they are, you'll go protest there. But if there's like a street with 500 houses, or maybe a road with 30 houses, and they have like 2 people there, and they have like another maybe 3, 4, 5 somewhere else, and all over the country. I mean, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go protest? Where? You can't go to the hotel because there's none there. So that's why it's called Operation Scatter. It makes it hard for you guys to go and protest against this. And where else would you go? And if you were to go to all these institution properties, they'll probably just tell you to get off. It's private property or blah blah blah. So it's very difficult for you. Now, BRITANNIA Hotel was converted into a migrant house facility earlier this month, with arrival coming in early hours to obviously avoid protest. Now, obviously, they've moved those guys. Now they're gonna move more people in, and so they're just moving them around to normal houses. Now, you might be thinking, Barak, how do you know this? I mean, like, who's telling you this? I mean, you don't need to do a lot of research because they tell you. And if you are on Twitter, you can see that there's a lot of videos that's emerging that this is what they're doing. And of course, Keir Starmer is doing his best. So you don't get to know. But sadly, there's a lot of videos. I have to praise those people who come out, who go there early morning just to record. I mean, talk about journalism, talk about wanting to tell the truth. That is the example of it. So I want to show you this video of Keir Starmer out there telling us where he's going to be housing these guys. So I just told you that they're going to HMOs. Now I'm going to show you Keir Starmer himself telling us that he's doing exactly that. So if you thought Shabana Mahmood will come in and Keir Starmer, they will do something new, no. This is just a facade, and they are just trying to tell the public the one thing, and in reality they are doing exactly what we think they're doing. But here's the video.
Well, exactly.
What other accommodation precisely are you planning to take over to provide temporary accommodation for families?
Oh, there's lots of housing in many local authorities that can be used, and we're identifying where it can be used. But I mean, look.
Could you give us? Have you got any examples you can give us?
No, but I'll write in and give you details.
Because I could say certainly in a number of our local authorities, I'm already picking up from around the table, there isn't a lot of spare housing available. If there were, councils would be able to be dealing with it by now.
Well, exactly.
What other accommodation precisely are you planning to take over to provide temporary accommodation?
Well, exactly. So she asked him a question like, "Hey, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna put them? Because if you already have a places, if there is places, councils will be already on it. They'll like sort it out." And he's like, "Yeah, exactly." So what are you saying then? Is there some other place that we don't know, that the council don't know? Are you going to remove some people and be like, hey, they're going to go here? Or are you building the new houses for them to go in? So, and then obviously that's the last part of it. But the first part of it was where they're going to go. And it was like, oh, there's a lot of houses. He didn't say hotels. He didn't say facilities somewhere like maybe warehouses or something. He said there's a lot of houses. Okay. How those HMOs look like? They look like a normal house. Normal house. It was just anywhere. Normal house. Usually a lot of students go there. Usually a lot of students rent it because it's cheap. You can share around with multiple people and all these sort of thing. But it's not. But that will change now because Operation Scatter is on it's on green. And they're arriving early morning to pick up migrants to go put them in a hotel, so you don't get to see, you don't get to know, and nobody gets to report it. And just going back to that video as well, when she asked him, where are you gonna put them? Which hotels or which houses, which spaces in the country are you gonna send them to? He tried to dodge the question by saying, "Oh, I'm gonna write to you. I'm gonna send it to you." But then she pressured him, saying, "No, actually, if there is house, the councils will be on it already. I mean, is there any place that I don't know?" And that's why we got the answer. God, yeah, it's not gonna stop anytime soon. It's not gonna stop anytime soon. Keir Starmer is gonna keep them like this. This thing is not gonna stop anytime soon. Soon, a lot of people will get evicted. Like once, because they've approached a lot of people, a lot of people who own a house, especially property gurus, all those guys. They've approached those guys, hotel owners, and all these guys. They've approached all those. It's gonna get to a point where they're gonna be approaching normal guy who owns a house that is renting out, just one guy, and they're gonna be approaching. I think they probably do already. Now they're approaching people who have multiple, who can house multiple people, like 30 people at once. They're approaching hotel owners because they can do one deal, and they can house hundreds of them. When they get to the point where they don't have enough resources, they're gonna soon start approaching just random guy with one house and be like, "Hey, can we get your house? I know you got 2 houses. You only go there on holiday, but can we have it for like 6 months? That'll be 1 million for you." I would not be surprised, because they're running out options, and because they want to keep this thing, I don't know why, but they want to keep it going. They want to keep them coming. They want to keep rewarding them with houses and all these places. They're gonna soon get desperate, and they're gonna do the unthinkable, and that's when everything will just, the country will be on fire. I hope not. I really hope not. But yeah, I'm not surprised. Now, that's one story done. I think we can squeeze. Oh fuck! We can squeeze one more. All right, let's squeeze one more. Oh God, we can squeeze one more. The time is going so fast. Fuck. All right, next story. This is important. I really wanted to report this one, because this one, when I was reading this story, it touches me. It touched me, and I think it should touch every single person who's watching this as well. It is a sickening story, so brace yourself for. Brace yourself for a story that you won't forget. You won't forget tonight. You're gonna go to sleep thinking about this, especially if you have kids, if you have daughters. If you have anybody that you love, this one is bad. It's sad. It's not good. But I cannot walk past it and just let it go. I have to show you this story. So please, brace yourself for it. Viewer discretion advised. Now, a Sudanese immigrant told a crying student, "I love you," as he was raping her after dragging her out of the club in Bournemouth nightclub, was told today. Just the title itself, it's already bad. The title is bad. Now, I'm going to quickly give this a read. Not quickly, I'll try my best, but there's going to be time I'm going to have to pause and reflect. But yeah, it's bad. Cool. So let's give it a read. Now, a Sudanese immigrant told a crying student he had dragged out the club that he loves her. Well, "I love you," as he raped her. The court was told today. Samir Mohammed allegedly forced the young woman to strip before pinning her to his bed and raping her while ignoring her repeatedly plea to stop. The student later told the police that she had just one drink at the nightclub, but soon afterwards she felt really drunk, I quote, and out of it, end quote. As she said, "I was pretty drunk. After about 7 out of 10, she said. When we got in the club, because we are all unaware of what was going on. Okay. We're unaware of what's going on. As students, we pre-drink before the club so we can save money. I agree. A lot of students do that. A lot of students drink at home, then they go to the club, but they don't drink too much. And I know a lot, I don't drink myself, but I know they do all these, they pre-drink before getting there. Because at the club, the one bottle could be 200. As a student, you probably don't have that much. So it makes sense that she drank and she got there. The jury were told that this 17-year-old kept the girl strapped. So by the way, the guy who did this to the girl, it was 17 years old. I know, 17-year-old, you're doing this thing. That's insane. That's crazy. And by the way, we just read, there's a lot of things to unpack here. I mean, we just, 2 lines, but there's a lot of things to unpack here. She drank a tiny little drink, and we're going to get to the part where she got the drink. She got the drink from, I believe it was him, but she didn't buy that drink. She was given the drink, I think, by him or somebody in the club. And she drank a little bit, and she was fully drunk. Really drunk, as we just read. Just a little bit. I don't know what kind of drink that is. I don't drink myself. Viewers in the comments, leave your thoughts behind. What sort of drink could this be? Where you can just sip it a little bit and somehow you be so drunk that some guy can drag you out of the club and take you to a place and like rape you. And you are so weak and you can't do anything because you only took a little sip. I don't know what kind of drink that is. I'm sure the viewers, you'll be able to comment what you think she was given. Now, let's carry on with the story. She managed to share a location using Snapchat, alerting the friend where she was. After several hours, Mohammed finally let her go, and she ran out the apartment block in the town center. After meeting a friend, they managed to find a passing police car and reported the attack. Okay, let's scroll down. They reported the attack. The court heard Mohammed, whose immigration status is unclear. Oh God, had saved his number in the girl's phone, enabling police to track him quickly. Now aged 21. So yeah, this did not happen recently, but it was, the court is hearing it today. The age 21 now. He did this when he was 17. Now he's 21. He's on trial in Bournemouth Crown Court, charged with 2 counts of rape. Juries were told the pair had met at Cameo nightclub in Bournemouth on the night of the incident, December 5th, 2021. Prosecutor Louise said Mohammed had approached her in the club and appeared determined to take her back to his flat. Wow. Just 17-year-old Mohammed he was. Determined to take her back to her flat. He said he pulled her hand towards the door. She didn't want to go, but she was, in her word, out of it. So in her word, she was out of it because she was so drunk that she didn't know how to, she couldn't control herself. She said she didn't want to go, but because he was like, hey, come. She was out of it, I guess. Before she knew it, and not having a chance to talk to her friend, she was out of the club and walking back to his flat. She was pulled up the stairs, and he told her to get undressed. Wow, she was pulled up some stairs, so she didn't know where she went. That's how drunk she was. After taking one sip, by the way, just a little sip, like some guy will come to you and be like, hey, you looking cute, hey, the music is bumping, you're like, dun, 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 dun. And everybody's just minding business, some girl's doing this, and the guy's like, hey, you look drunk, sorry, not drunk, hey, you look nice, you're beautiful, and he's like, hey, have a sip, and you're like, dun, 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 and everybody is just having a sip. Next minute you're like, whoa, what is going on? What happened? And the guy will be like, hey, come this side, and you're just going, come this side, and just cause you're out of it. You're done. You can't stand on your feet. You need to lay on somebody, cause he gave you something, and you're done. That's why I don't go to club. Never been. Only been one time, couple times, maybe 4 or 5 times. And that's because I was forced to go because of some person, maybe birthday, and I had to bypass. And I remember one time when I went to a club, just a quick story. Yeah. The reason why I don't go to a club anymore, I think maybe this is an ego thing, because I went to a club. I was trying to go to a club with a friend. We went one club in Manchester. I was on a queue waiting to get in the club in a queue. I've never been. I'm in a queue. And then some guy came up to me. A group of people recognized me. They jump over the fence. They're like, hey, thank you. Oh, Barack. Ah. They took a picture with me. They're like, oh, yes. They're taking a picture with me because they jumped the queue, sorry. The security guard came and kicked me out. Said I can't come in anymore because I was with them. I was like, wait, did you not see them jumping the fence to come take a picture with me? Now you're kicking me out because you think I'm with them? So we never really got in that club. Then we went to another one. We were lining up. This guy, the guy who I was with didn't have the right shoes. So we couldn't get in that club. So we went in another club. Hey, we were persistent. I wanted to go to the club for the first time. So I went to that club, to another club. I was in a queue. And the CEO, the manager of that club was in the building. He came down to personally tell me that I cannot enter the club. And he did not give me a reason. So I was thinking, hey, you are the manager of this club. You own this thing. And you come down. You know, when they don't really sit normal where people sit and club and do. They sit maybe upstairs or somewhere and just maybe in staff room, whatever. He came down to personally tell me that he saw me in the CCTV waiting in a queue. This is the third club, by the way. He came down and be like, hey, you can't come in. Your friend can't, but not you. I was thinking, wait, I just went to first club. I couldn't go in because a friend took a picture of me. I went to the next club. I couldn't go in because a friend had the wrong shoes. And when I'm going to a third club, and you're saying I can't come in, why? He didn't give me a reason. And then he told his security guard to drag me, well, not drag me, but obviously to give me, like, basically to count down before he gets violent, before they drag me out. I was like, okay, cool, whatever, man. And I signed. I don't remember when I signed. I declared to myself, I'll never go to a club ever again unless I'm going to buy it. That's why I've never gone to a club again. Never will unless I have the money to buy it. And I know this club really well. I'm coming for you soon. Give me maybe 15 years. I'll come up with the cash and I'll kick you out personally and tell you can't go in that club. Anyways, that's my ego. That's why I don't go to a club. Maybe that's a story that I'll never forget. It's a tiring night going back and forth. But now let's get back to the story here. Sorry, guys. I kind of lost it here. It makes sense why the stories is always long. Now, so she was pulled some stairs and she was told to get undressed. He took all her clothes off. She was told to get in a bed. She said, I quote, "No, I don't want to." But he ignored this and simply told her to relax. Now let's carry on reading. Now once we carry on reading, I quote, "He was going to get what he wanted regardless. And he grabbed both her wrist and pushed her down. Her effort to resist him were too futile to he simply overpowered her. She was worried about what he was going to do if he did not get if she did not do what she was told. The victim was evidently drunk at the club, and this is something that the defendant took advantage of. I agree. She was held down, and then she was raped. This story just it gets too explicit. So for the viewers at home, I do not want to read this. I'll leave the link in the description. It just gets too explicit. and I don't know if YouTube will allow this. So yeah, there's too much detail she gives. Too much details. When I was reading this, I was like, there's no way. There's no way I cannot skip this story. I have to report this. This is terrifying. Because when I go to visit my mom, I usually get a train. I get to the train. I get to Manchester Piccadilly. I get off. I get my Uber because I try to avoid public transport as much as possible. But hey, the train does well. But the moment I might stop using the train. But I get the train. I get the Uber to avoid the buses and all the crazy zombies in Manchester, because there is a lot of zombies there. Like, trust me, you don't want to blink in Manchester town centre. You do not want to blink. It's dangerous. And when I get the Uber to go home, I see, usually especially if I'm going to stay there, I go there late. As if I want to go to church with, the same church as them, I go there on Saturday night. So I arrive at the train station maybe at 8, 9 o'clock. So I see a lot of young girls, young people going to club, ready to go. And I'm sure this young girl that went to this club in Cameo in Bournemouth was just one young girl who was just bubbly, excited, ready to go to the club and have fun with her friends. And that's why I see all the time when I go to Manchester, I see a lot of young people ready to go to the club and have fun with their friends. But this is the stories that it comes out after the night, after going out, assuming it should be a good night. This is what comes out. So when I was reading the story, I was thinking, man, maybe 20 people might tune in live, maybe 30 people, maybe 100, maybe 1,000, maybe one person. I think this is a story that they need to know. This is a story that the nation needs to know. If you want to support the merch, you can go to thebarakashow.com and you'll be able to support the merch. But this is a story that the nation needs to know. So that's why I wanted to tell you this story. And as I'm looking at the screen here, I'm just quickly reading it. It gets really, really dirty and really disgusting. And too much detail. Like, she's bleeding. All these, yeah. I cannot read that for YouTube, but I'll leave the link in the description for this story so you can go and read it for yourself. Viewer discretion advised, because it is really bad story. Like, what she went through is terrible. So Mohammed is gonna appear in court again. The story didn't tell us when the next court will be. Trial will be. So we'll see. I hope the lady's getting the treatment that she deserves, the care, and also the safety that she also deserved, that she should be granted the first time she was born, first time she went out. But obviously, the country failed her. Yeah, that's the story that came out today, and I wanted to report it to you. That a Sudanese immigrant told a crying student, "I love you," as he was raping her. Of course, I didn't get too much detail at the bottom, because it is really explicit, and for the safety of the channel and for the safety of your mind as well, I avoid doing that. And I'll leave the link in the description again so you can go and read it for yourself. Thank you so much. Now, yeah, I think this is it. This is it for today's live stream. I don't know what I wanted to cover this. Like, we got 8 stories here. I just covered 3 or maybe 2. We don't have enough time. It's almost 9 o'clock. Got a lot of things I need to do. The live stream was scheduled for 5 o'clock. Had a lot of things. I do this when I can. The live stream, I do it when I can. The videos, we do it all the time. But the live stream, I want to do more live stream, because I like the live stream more than the videos, to be fair. I enjoy the live stream more. So I'm trying to be consistent with the 5 o'clock, but it seems like a lot of things, really important things that come up at 5 o'clock that I need to get done. That's why we try to push it for 7. And then today, 7 o'clock, we did it. And somehow the mixer just stopped working. Like, what? It was working, but it just stopped sending the voice to the broadcast signal, to the broadcast software. So that took like a good 40 minutes fixing and learning on YouTube and doing all these things, trying to figure it out. And then we lost 40 minutes, which could have been another maybe 2-3 stories in that. But hey, thank you so much for tuning in. It was a good show, regardless of all the technocrat machines breaking down. We still did well. We still sent the message, and I believe you received it well. And wherever you're watching this, make sure you share it to a friend, share it to somebody that you know. Maybe a little sister, share this story to them. So maybe they can be vigilant next time when they're out there with friends. They can be vigilant and careful when they see a guy giving them a drink randomly. They should be, they should be careful to step outside even. They should go to that extent. Yes, and I mean that. So, thank you so much for tuning into the show. I'll see you tomorrow. I believe, I hope it's 5 o'clock. If not, probably 8. No, not 8. Sorry. At 7 or 6, if everything goes well. Without further ado, hand to the head salute. Bye-bye. Attention. This is not just a normal t-shirt. This is your battle armor in this war against lies and manipulation and deception. And when you wear this t-shirt, you are not just making a statement. You are drawing a line in the sand. And you're saying, I will not be silenced, I will not be bought, and I will not be steered. Every thread in this t-shirt screams defiance. Every letter of I found the truth, not propaganda. Or maybe every letter of the nation needs to know is a rally cry out for independent thinkers, disruptors, the people who refuse to bend to the mainstream media narrative. We need your fund, and this is your chance to stand up, to speak out and fund the fight for the truth. Don't just wear it like a regular t-shirt. You have to live it. The nation needs to know you're gonna live it. Yes, please. I need you to fuel the resistance. Be the reason why the truth survive in this country. Please get yours at thebarakashow.com. And thank you so much for keeping us on air. Thank you.
In the shadow of the digital gulag, we fire up the truth cannon and blast through the lies.
And the show host, Baraka Amuri.